George Zimmerman's defense attorney is getting his turn today, questioning 40 potential jurors. WESH 2 legal analyst Alicia Adamson is here now. So, Alicia, it feels like law school in that courtroom because there's a lot of interaction between Mark O'Mara and the people sitting there who could be potentially on this jury.
Right. What Mark O'Mara is trying to do is explain these not so common sense terms to the jury. He's harped a lot this morning on presumption of innocence and the burden of proof that the state has, and it's really important that he's able to explain these. And you heard Bernie yesterday explain the spin that he had, but now Mark is kind of poking holes. And okay, well, Bernie explained it to you yesterday, but let me tell you, what else it could mean. So I think he's doing a really good job of trying to break it down to them, and he's making sure that they can participate in the conversation, because you don't want it to be where the lawyer's up there just kind of preaching and talking about what's going on. So he's letting the potential jurors participate and kind of give their input on what they think about it.
Well, and it's interesting that we're able to watch this live as it's happening, because it's a learning lesson for all of us who are not used to being in a courtroom about how the process works, and for the potential jurors, they're getting a chance to really think about issues they may have never thought about before.
They are, and I think they're able to think about it in a different way. For instance, like the presumption of innocence. If you see someone get pulled over on the side of the road, our automatic way of thinking is, I wonder what they did. Why are they getting arrested? What did they do wrong? And even though that's our common sense way of thinking, you kind of have to put that to the side, because that's not how the law is set up. The law is set up, you're innocent until proven guilty. So in this situation, it's not what did George Zimmerman do wrong, what is he guilty of, it's what is he innocent of. He's sitting there innocent. And so Mark O'Mara is having to actually train them not to think in their common sense, normal way of thinking.
And O'Mara brought up empathy and sympathy. Are you able to put that aside? Are you going to automatically feel bad for a grieving family member, or can you just look at the facts?
Absolutely, and a lot of times people say yes and say no, but I think he wants the jurors to know, so that if and when they make it to the panel, they kind of hold each other accountable. So even though one person might not be able to put it to the side, then he's putting it in all the jurors' heads. So maybe when they're in the back room deliberating, they'll bring up, hey, remember that time you said you could put that to the side? So he's making sure he just drills it into everyone's head so they remember the importance of following the law.
So out of this 40, the magic number is 6 who will sit on the jury, 4 alternates. Let's say we have that by the end of the day. Then what?
Well, we still have the Fry hearing to talk about, so I don't think, opening statements are not going to start until we get all the housekeeping matters. So what I foresee happening is maybe the judge kind of giving the jury kind of the weekend off, maybe giving them Friday off to get their affairs in order, because if opening statements start Monday, then they're going to be, with a whole bunch of new roommates.
Right, and sequestered for at least a couple of weeks.
Right, right.
All right, thanks so much, Alicia.